Okay, so today I'm really excited to have Octavio here. And again, the purpose for these recordings are to bring us together, talk to small businesses in the Greater Vancouver area, and give them a voice. Give them a voice, hear what they have to say about what they're doing differently right now, and also some tips for us. So I'm sure we'll be able to learn something from Octavio here. Octavio has founded his company about 10 years ago. It's a family-ran company, him and his wife. And they are specializing in electricians. So the company's WireChief Electric. Octavio's been an electrician for almost 20 years, and so he's definitely the professional to speak to here, and a small business, of course, as well. So Octavio, can you please introduce yourself? I know you're a family man. You and Caroline have founded this company. So, and you've been really, really busy, and you've been such a wealth of knowledge for electrical work and anybody that requires that. So tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you have 3 kids and working from home and also on site as well, and you do commercial and residential and all of that. So give us a little bit of a rundown about the company, about you, your family, how you work together.
Thank you very much, Diana. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share my company work with you and your clients through this medium. As you say, I am an electrician for more than 20 years now, and I started my company with my wife about 10 years ago. We have been serving homeowners, builders, renovators, and commercial properties with electrical repairs and renovations and new construction in all over mainland for more than 10 years now.
That's fantastic.
And we, as you mentioned, this is a family business. My older son, Gabriel, has been working with us for more than a year now. After he finished school, he started helping us when he was 14 on vacation, learning the trade with us. And we are very fortunate to have him working with us.
That's awesome. So it's truly a family business.
That's
you,
right.
Your wife, and your son. That's fantastic. So the big question right now, due to COVID and everything that's happening in our world, I mean, we all have to adjust. We all have to pivot. We all change how we do things. And I want to talk to you about how you're doing things differently for residential, and also how commercial is doing differently things as well. So let's touch on that. Let's start with residential, and then we can move to commercial.
Yes. As an essential service provider, we have to make sure that our customer and our employees are safe while we keep doing our services. And we do that by following all the recommendations from Health Canada, and just keeping good practices like wearing masks when we're going to customers' houses, washing our hands before getting into their houses, keeping our vehicles sanitized and tools, using the proper products for that, and wearing boot cover, and again, keeping a safe distance between our customers and the technician. Also, before doing any visit, we confirm that there is no one sick at home, and otherwise we will reschedule the appointment.
And that's so important, to make sure that you're keeping your family safe. So I love that. And what about for commercial? Commercial is a little bit different on a larger scale. What do you guys do for commercial sites?
On commercial side, there are a lot of changes too in the way that things operate. The sites have been operating slowly because now we cannot have a full crew on site. We keep it as a minimum as possible, 2 people crew. And we do the same measures on those environments too, like wearing masks, washing our hands regularly, They put washing station, temporary washing station at the job site, and also the inspection department are still working. They are some inspectors are doing the inspection through video call.
Mm-hmm.
Some other inspectors are coming to the job site, taking their own precaution, wearing masks and keeping the distance. That's how is it going.
That's great. So I love that we've adapted so quickly, and we are doing that, the social distancing and so forth. So that's fantastic. Do you feel that things are moving in that direction? So let's say, and this will pass. I have total confidence that this is going to pass. But do you feel that a lot of the practices are possibly going to stay? Like, I love that you guys have washing stations, and I'm surprised they didn't before, being in construction. However, like, and even the video conferencing, do you feel that will kind of stay within our business more so, or do you feel that's just going to go away and we're just going to go back to normal?
No, actually, I am very happy about doing some of these changes, right? Because they're good things.
Yeah.
And by washing hands, now they are more aware of the need of washing hands. But that's something that all the time is a good thing, right? No matter what.
I
And I
agree.
hope, I hope that the contractor, the general contractor, keep this practice forever.
Mhm.
We as a electrical contractor, we're going to keep our our employees with either the hand sanitizer or washing station at work if the general contractor don't do it. It's definitely a good practice. And the video calls are great. Uh, I will definitely keep doing that without losing the personal touch, of course. After all of this pass, that will be a perfect way to save time and gas also.
Yes.
And it's an effective way to do it. I hope that stays. Yes.
I agree. I agree. And for our residential clients, I want to talk about, because it's so daunting to purchase an older home or a home that requires quite a bit of renovations, and to say, I have to rewire my home for higher amperage or whatever it might be. It's a really daunting. Like, for me, I'm thinking, oh my God, drywall, all these things will have to come down. Can you talk about a little bit how maybe it is a little bit of a cheaper solution or less invasive or anything like that? I'd love to know more about that, because I think a lot of people are worried about getting into older homes because of the electrical.
That is a great question. Definitely. The first thing that I will recommend if someone is looking to buy an older home is to have a safety electrical inspection. Not only the general inspection, because we, as electrician, we will be able to tell you more details about the electrical system. And, and as you said, most of the time it's not as bad as people may think. Aluminum wiring, for example. The problem with aluminum wiring is that through the years, they tend to change the old receptacles and switches rated for aluminum use for newer that are not rated for aluminum use. And also, through the years, the aluminum gets softer and loose, the connection gets loose, and you can see the color of the receptacle that they are look a little bit burnt out. Luckily, the solution is not as invasive as people may think. Um, we do that. We recommend to do the what we call the copper pigtail repair, and that is approved by the Canadian Electrical Code, and that's the way to go for that. It's not an invasive at all.
Okay, so if they have aluminum, of course, aluminum, I mean, scary, right? Like, I mean, fires, insurance, all these different things. So people are concerned about aluminum for sure. But you're saying that there is an easy way without actually changing the whole wire, but putting a pigtail at the end of it, and that keeps it safe. Is that correct?
That's correct. What
Okay.
we do, we go and inspect all the connections in the house. And we open all the boxes and we repair the connection. We use a special marat or connector with a proper um, compound that we apply and put the copper pigtails. And then we install newer switches and receptacles. And that will keep your house safe. And also we tied up all the connections at the panel. And and with aluminum wiring, this is a process that have to be done every few years, like 5 more years, you can have another look at the system, depending on the use, right?
Interesting. I did not know that. Okay, so every 5 years you might want to re-look at that if you have aluminum wiring and the pigtails. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. No, that's really good. I might need to get you into my home. And what about like big renovations? Somebody wants to do, right now, home offices are huge. I think people are going to be changing over even after COVID. They're going to be, this is kind of nice. I can work from home. Like you mentioned, save the commute, save the gas. Time-wise, I haven't been late for a meeting yet. Like, it's amazing. So
that's right.
So having a home office and doing those renovations, what do you suggest there? I think that's a really good topic, because a lot of people are going into that and making it maybe more cost effective and having that space that you need in your home.
That's correct. Many people are holding on bigger renovation, like tearing out the whole kitchen and things that will request longer time with a bigger crew in your house at this moment. But doing a small renovation, like preparing your house to work more comfortably at home, you need to put your home office, you need to have better lighting and electrical outlet there. And instead of running an extension cord to the perfect office corner that you don't have any electrical outlet, we will install a receptacle that is safe to use to avoid having to use an extension cord.
Absolutely. We don't want any fires, right? The risks of that.
That's
and
right.
and the breaker and putting a lot of strain on your electrical. What if somebody wanted to up their amperage in their home? They're buying a home, it's 60 or 70, the older homes, right? What about that? Is that a big job to up their breaker and be able to do that? Or how does that kind of work, and how much would that cost someone?
Let's say that is an important job, because many people don't realize that we have to replace the whole electrical conduit, the whole connection to the PC hydro utility. And it's not a huge job, because we can do it, the job as it is, in one day. The process take longer because we have to coordinate with BC Hydro, and they take a few days to come. But it is something simple that can be done in a not too long time, and it costs, depending. They can be very different between different situations. But on a standard service, we can say that around $3,800 to upgrade to a 200 amp service.
That's fantastic. And right now, with everybody needing more electrical and needing have more devices and microwaves and all these different things. So I think that's under $4,000, you can have that. So that's awesome.
Definitely.
Yeah, awesome. And I'm going to take you up on offering your services to clients that are buying older homes, and they'll have an idea of how much it would cost to rewire or put in an extra electrical panel or whatever it might be. Sometimes if I have people that need maybe a different electrical panel in the garage,
yes,
for example, or whatever it might be, or businesses and so forth. So I think that's an awesome advice, to be able to do that outside of your general inspection. Have somebody come in, give you a quote, see how much it's going to cost before you remove subjects on a home. So thanks so much, Octavio. That's fantastic advice. My huge takeaway is the aluminum wiring, to be able to have a quick solution and to still have your home safe and be able to get insurance and so forth. So that's fantastic. Right. And before we end, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to put your contact information below in the YouTube channel. So people
Yes.
can contact you if they have
Thank you.
questions or if they want a quote. And I'm assuming you give free evaluations, free quotes?
That's correct.
Okay, perfect. So if anybody needs a free quote, anybody has questions on their electrical, maybe they're concerned or they want to put in a home office and they don't want to wire it up through an extension cord, this is a great opportunity. So before we end, I do want to ask you a personal question. What are 3 things that you're grateful for?
Oh, thank you. That's a great question. I really feel grateful for, even though we're going through this difficult time, I am with my family and we are healthy. And what I do, another thing that I'm grateful for, the way I provide for my family is by helping people with, becoming, getting their houses a little bit more safe. And then that's a great satisfaction for me. Also, I am very grateful for this new weather that we are these days on. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Octavio, thank you so much. Again, I will make sure your contact information is there. So if anybody needs to reach out, and please subscribe. Please subscribe to our channel. We're gonna have more businesses on here. We are in it together, and my goal is to support small businesses and give them a voice and talk about their experiences and their specialties. So Octavio, thank you so much for being on here. And we'll be in touch soon for sure for some of those older homes and getting quotes from my clients.
Thank you very much, Diana. It was a pleasure talking to you.
You betcha.